gotta say, has been a long time coming. Because what this guy has been doing for the past year, all these news that's been coming out for Ezra Miller that's been coming out the past year, this guy should have got fired from DC last year. From beating women, and there are reports out right now that he's been escaping the cops. He's been going AWOL, and then he's been on Instagram talking mad shit about the cops. Then he deleted his Instagram because of a alleged claim that he was grooming a 12-year-old girl. So this is a bit so that okay. So a lot of people who's been paying attention to this, we all know how troubled Ezra Miller is. We all know how deranged, mentally insane Ezra Miller is. This guy is a freaking Looney Tunes character, just not the funny kind at all. So there are reports coming out that Ezra Miller has been dropped from the DCEU after multiple legal issues. The same, I mean, at least about damn time they're doing this because Ezra Miller has been the motherfucker has been tripping from beating old ladies, breaking and entering, and then the freaking assault case that just popped up. It's not looking good for him. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for Ezra Miller. It's just not. So the fact that it's now taking DC to fire Ezra Miller. It's like, yo, what the hell took y'all so long to fire this mofo? Because this mofo has single-handedly made you guys delay a whole bunch of movies that could have made y'all a bunch of money. You guys are reportedly keeping Amber Heard, so Ezra Miller is a good start of getting rid of the freaking dead weight, because that's what Ezra Miller is. He's dead weight. So let me guys read you out this report. Ezra Miller has reportedly been scrapped from all future DC projects. Deadline reports that Miller, who identifies as non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, have been dropped from upcoming DC projects. However, the studio is still planning to release The Flash next year with them in the lead role. The Flash will feature Oscar-winning actors Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck, who will return as different versions of Batman. Miller was being set up to help lead the DCEU after Affleck stepped down from the role of Batman in the second Wonder Woman film underperformed. But this will now reportedly be scrapped. It comes after the troubled 29-year-old actor was hit with a restraining order over claims they rubbed up against a non-binary 12-year-old. Oh, God, this is just sick. He allegedly threatened their mom with a gun after accusing her of cultural appropriation. Oh, God, here we go with some more of these freaking white savior crap people. So, the 29-year-old was Ezra Miller, that is, was rubbing up against a non-binary 12-year-old. And people are actually trying to make this legal, especially when it comes to, trans children, that term. Because apparently 12-year-olds are old enough to know their sexual orientation, but when it comes to and also getting freaking knowing which college you go to and how much money you're not gonna know how much you're gonna spend during college. But you can do that at 12 or 18 years old, but owning the gun, yeah, that's a huge no. That's a huge no. You can't own a gun when you're 18, but college, getting in debt, yeah, you can go ahead and do that. You can do that. But let me go and keep going. Sources say DC is in a no-win situation following Miller's disorderly conduct. According to Deadline, sources say even if no more allegations surface, the studio will likely keep Miller in the Flash role in future DC films. Oh, God. That would mean replacing him in the future. But there is still a $200 million investment on the line with the first film, and Warner Brothers execs have been cringing at each new press report. Just bring in the guy from the CW show. Everybody loves him. Just bring him in. A source added that the situation was dire for the film studio, which has hundreds of millions of dollars riding on Flash. Yep, yeah, they knew how trouble Ezra Miller was. They knew how trouble this guy was. But because he has the right pronouns, and because he's more more far left. Imagine if this is Gina Carano. Imagine if this is a conservative actor that did all this stuff. They would be fired just like that. But because Ezra Miller has the right pronouns, the DC Entertainment does if they fire this guy, they don't want to be labeled as bigots, even though they have the money to stop those terms. But freaking Twitter, Facebook, social media made people just create so many dumb idiots. That's the truth. The freaking Twitter, especially Twitter. There's so many idiots on that damn platform. I don't even know how many on that. A source added to the situation was dying for the film studio okay, I already read that. There is no winning in this for Warner Brothers, they said. This is an inherited problem for the president and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, David Zaslav. Hopefully I said that right. The hope is that the scandal will remain at a low level before the movie is released, and hope for the best to turn out. Okay, before the controversy, okay. Ezra Miller has been sued by parents of an 18-year-old who claims he was brainwashed. He has brainwashed her. Okay, so all this started when this little girl was 12 years old, and now she's 18. So I don't know how exactly this is going to work out. Meanwhile, Miller has been hit with a lawsuit over allegations he groomed and then brainwashed a now 18-year-old from South Dakota. The actor allegedly tried to get into bed with Takata Iron Eyes, a member of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. Hopefully I'm saying that right. During a trip to London when she was just 14, Takata's parents, Dr. Sarah Jumping Eagle, and her lawyer husband Chase Iron Eyes. Are these real names, or is this a joke? Say they have no idea what 18-year-old Takata is. They have large legal papers for a protection order against Miller on behalf of the activist's daughter. Again, man, what better way to get people on your side? Brainwash them when they're young. Give them all this crap that you can be whatever pronoun you want to be. And if anybody comes at you sideways with that, they're bigots, and you can call them Nazis. Here's the thing: people have the right to be wherever they please. It's just that nowadays there are so much entitled ass mofos that you can't even respect it. You can't even respect their wishes. There's even some transgenders out here that don't like this far left crap because it's putting them under the bus. It's putting them on a radar, and they just want to be let the hell alone. But let's keep on going. Dr. Sarah Jumping Eagle says she last saw Dakota in Santa Monica on May 19 after she and her husband flew from their home in North Dakota following a trip that Dakota was in California with the Flash star. They began their lawsuit by saying Miller is currently physically and emotionally abusing Takata Ironhide, 18 years old, psychologically intimidating, and endangering her safety and welfare. Miller has also deactivated the Instagram account after a series of posts that included an image that "you cannot touch me, I am in another universe," among bizarre posts. So this is him. So this right here is him, Ezra Miller, making fun of the cops because the cops, he knows that the cops can't touch him because he has the right pronouns and he has the right politics. So he knows if the FBI touches him, he can accuse them of freaking being bigot, misogynistic piece of crap, and Twitter and Facebook will eat that crap up. So yeah, if this story is true and Ezra Miller is dropping the DCEU, and here's the thing, they would keep this guy, but they would get rid of Ben Affleck, and they would not hire Gina Carano and Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is the Superman that they need, but they won't keep him because they're idiots. The fans know what they want, but they won't listen to the fans. They're more worried about Twitter, and Twitter does not pay DC. They ain't paying for these movies. So instead of actually listening to what the people want, they say they want Henry Cavill as Superman and they want Ben Affleck as Batman. They would get rid of those two because they feel like they know what's best for them. Even though it hasn't, really been that good. for the DCEU. They trying to play catch up. They trying to play catch up with the MCU, and they having all these problems. The DCEU, I mean, they having all these problems with actors quitting because the DC execs over there are brain dead. They listen to the people on Twitter and not the actual people that actually paying for these movies. They race swapping characters and nobody is actually watching Batwoman because it's a token character. There's plenty of black characters they can use and bring forth, but they won't because they're more on a virtue signaling route, and that's what they're doing with Ezra Miller. They want a virtue signal. They don't want to get rid of this guy because they don't want to be labeled as misogynistic pieces of crap. But yeah, like I said, if this is true and they did get rid of Ezra Miller, good freaking riddance. This guy is a freaking lunatic. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. If you guys like what I'm saying, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all next one. Peace.